The competition between India and China, how do you think that's going to play out for the future? The reason why I ask, we're seeing a trade war between US and China, and after every 3 months, there is an extension of the truce. When it comes to the competition between India and China, you've previously written and said it's like a race between the tortoise, which is India, and China, the hare. China's running too fast, and one day the tortoise will catch up. What do you think India needs to do in order to be a global leader and catch up with China?
It's certainly very striking how well the Indian economy has performed since I said that. And I think it's as long ago as 2008 that I predicted that, as in the fable of the tortoise and the hare, that ultimately India would catch up with China. The reason I believe that is not only the demographic difference, where you can see China's population aging and shrinking very much in contrast with India's. And it's not just because of the very clearly different economic strategies they're pursuing. It's also because India is a free society. It has a free press. It has the rule of law. It has elections. And it's in that sense in a much stronger position than a one-party state in which there is an unaccountable party above the rule of law, and in which you can never really feel secure in your property rights. So I take the view that India has a fundamental institutional advantage. And since I made that prediction back in 2008, you can see India's growth rate has gone up and China's has come down. There's really now quite a significant difference, especially if you're skeptical about China's growth data, which I increasingly am. So my sense is that with India growing above 6% and Chinese growth probably heading down towards the low single digits, there's going to be a sustained catch up. Now, India has a long way to go, and that's very obvious when you look at the manufacturing data. China is a manufacturing superpower. It's number one in manufacturing, far ahead not just of India, but also of the United States. In fact, it's close to having twice the manufacturing value added of the United States. So there's a long way to go for India to catch up in those terms. But in other terms, if one looks at the economy more broadly, I think there's a lot of potential for India still to catch up. The obvious way in which India can strengthen its growth is not just to continue improving its infrastructure. It's been doing that for some time, but also to keep working at education, because one of the obvious differences between India and China is that while elite education is very good in India, primary education is not. And in that basic way, India's human capital lags behind China's. And if there was one thing that I would recommend that Indian policymakers focus on, it's just improving the quality of education at the lower social levels so that the average Indian is just better educated than is currently the case.